Hello, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in again. Today we are talking about this, the Fjallraven Abisko Shape 2. Fjallraven, another Nordic brand, isn't it? Not too dissimilar to Hillberg and the others of the like. But this one markets itself to be something slightly different. It doesn't claim to be as sturdy or as hard wearing as a Hillberg, but it's not far off. And I think it markets itself a bit more on being more lightweight, but still having those four-season qualities. So it is still a four-season tent. It will still withstand strong winds, winter conditions. The fly goes all the way to the ground, so you don't have to worry about the snow so much. It does say on the Fjallraven website that it will cover most eventualities for 4 seasons, barring significant snowstorms. So, you're still looking at the stuff like the Hilleberg Solos or the real expedition type tents if you're looking at that stuff. But for UK camping all year round, I dare say this is going to be a winner. So the materials on the tent, they're premium. There's no getting around it, they're premium. And you would expect that from a tent of this cost. The tent's not cheap. We'll come on to that. The floor we're talking 40 denier. And the rest of the material is 15 denier. So as I said, not quite as robust as a Hilleberg, but certainly, it's going to do the job. The poles are DAC featherlight poles, and same with the pegs, DAC pegs too, and also all the guy lines are Dyneema, so really high 160 kilogram tear strength on those. So yeah, when you're talking about materials and quality, it's up there. It's a premium tent. And the unique selling point of this tent is, despite its 4-season properties, it's the excellent ventilation, and that's something that really drew me to it. So I'm interested to see how that works out in the summer sort of environment. Both the front and the rear of the tent actually open up to really allow good airflow, and you'll see that later when we take it up outside and we'll have a look at it. The price, 775. What? Sorry. 775 £775. Yeah. I told you it was a premium tent, didn't I? Like I said, I didn't pay that. I've got my ways and my means, and I would never pay that for a tent. However, that is what it retails at. You can get it cheaper. You look online at the European sites, yeah, you're going to have to pay import fees and stuff, but it's still probably going to be significantly less than the Fjallraven retail price. Is it going to be worth that? I don't know. We'll do a long-term review, and I'll come back to that and tell you my thoughts. This is the first look, so let's get outside and let's have a look. So before we let's set it up, let's just have a quick look at the bag, and just for your awareness. We've got an awkward turtle watching this, so if I get it wrong, she'll laugh. So the bag itself, you can see that the poles are attached to the outside, which is a really nice feature because it means you can split the load down between two people. You just unclip it here, slide it out, and then somebody can carry the poles and somebody else can carry the bag. Inside the bag itself, printed on the label, so this is inside the bag as almost like a waterproof barrier or water resistant further barrier, and on the inside it tells you a bit about Fjallraven, and then on the far side handling and care instructions and actually how to set the tent up. So let's get it up. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I'm a bit out of breath now though.
So we set it up, and I'll give you a quick look at what it looks like. So the first thing to obviously notice is the footprint is huge. So you're going to want to bear that in mind when it comes to pitching. You're going to need quite a big area for it. But of course, the reason for buying this really is for winter camping, when you may well be hunkering down in your tent for a good few hours. So you're going to want that more space, and you're going to be thankful for it. I've only put in the front and the back pegs because for the purposes of this, we don't really need the others in. But let's talk about some of the features on the outside first of all. So each of the tie down points can be adjusted to really ratchet it down, and it's all double stitched and the quality's fantastic. And at all the real pinch points where the pressure is, the material's doubled up for extra strength. She's recording me. Recording. It's like Inception. Bit awkward. So the pole sleeves at one end are double stitched in, so that makes it a lot easier to set up when you're by yourself. You just push it all the way through, and then all you have to worry about is putting them in the caps at this side. And you'll see there's two caps because this tent has enough space in it to be able to double pole to really sort itself out for winter. And each of the poles are colour coded. You see going down. Again, just makes it really nice and simple when it comes to setting up. So let's have a look at the inside. And you can see that the vestibule straight away is absolutely huge. There's easily room here for 2 full-size packs. And then in here, plenty of room to do your cooking. And a really nice feature is a built-in line, so you can hang your stuff if it's damp. And just for perspective, you can see that I can easily sit up in here, and that's just the vestibule. So happy to cook. Again, ventilation options, and I'll show you this front in a bit because it all rolls back. And it is obviously a 2-man, and in here there's more than enough space for one Lois, and then plenty more room for another as well, so you can have 2 full-size Loises in here, not a problem at all. And then another washing line and plenty of pockets, so you have 2 pockets this side and 2 that side, and you can see at the back there more ventilation, so you can put your hand right to the outside and open that ventilation, no problem at all. What's really cool about this tent is the ability to really ventilate it. So I'll show you that now with the porch. As you can see, I've already just taken the pegs out the front, and then from there you simply roll it up. Obviously you can peg the footprint back down if you really want to, or fold it back in on itself. But what that provides is a really open tent. So from inside the vestibule, you're still protected from the elements, but you've got fantastic views of the water features around you, which is brilliant really. I should say that you can also do this at the rear of the tent as well. A question I often get asked by clients and also friends and subscribers is, what's the best way to sort of keep your guy lines tidy when you finish with them? Well, the method I use, and a really simple one, is quite simply to bring your line lock all the way over to one end. So I'll do that now. From there, you quite simply just do an overhand on a bite. So bring the material together, an overhand knot, but then instead of passing the overhand knot through, you just grab a portion of it instead and pull that through. And what that then does is give you a nice tidy knot that at just a simple pull is open and ready to use again. There we go. So one more time, double it together, and an overhand knot on a bite. That's all you need to do. Okay, so what's this tent primarily going to be used for? Well, winter, obviously. We said that earlier. The vestibule is so huge, you know, you'd be silly not to use it. The whole tent is only 2.7k with the footprint. So yeah, far from ultralight, granted. But I'm primarily going to use this as a two-person tent, so we can split that down between us. And the vestibule has enough room for all our kit and all your winter kit as well. And we'll also use this a lot when we go climbing and scrambling our multi-day activities. So we'll pitch up for a night, and the vestibule has more than enough room for all of our extra climbing kits, bits and pieces too. And I'm really excited to try it. Obviously, we've not been out in it yet, so I'll put another video up when we've been out, and I'll give you my initial thoughts of how it actually operates in the wild. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and the next video should hopefully be in this for real. So take care.